Senator Kelly, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, as you know, any modern air combat requires substantial jamming capability and suppression of enemy air defenses. I personally benefited from that in the first Gulf War, often, flying with prowlers right behind me shooting anti-radiation missiles. And as you know, currently the Air Force is transitioning from EC-130H aircraft to EC-37B for the Compass Call mission. The last of the 14 remaining EC-130s are supposed to retire in early 2026. And currently, the Air Force has only funded 6 of the 10 replacement aircraft. So, while I was really pleased to see an additional 4 Compass Call EC-37Bs listed as the Air Force's number 2 unfunded priority, I'm also concerned with the fiscal year 23 budget treatment of this capability, which requires Congress to find the funds to make this request a reality. So, Mr. Secretary, how important is the EC-37B Compass Call's role in maintaining our decisive advantage in the battle space, and how does the platform fit within the Department's operational imperatives?
Senator, it is important, but like any similar aircraft against the most advanced threats, it's going to have some issues with survivability. And the judgment was made in the course of building the budget that the inventory of 6 would be adequate to meet our needs. I know that General Brown has suggested that we should have more than that, but I'll let him address that.
So if you do receive additional funding, what's the plan? Do you want to still rapidly field a minimum of 10 airplanes?
If the Congress provided additional resources, we'd use them as directed.
Okay. And maybe in the closed session we can discuss some of those vulnerabilities and the plan to get around those. General Raymond, I want to ask you briefly about anti-satellite testing and capability. So the administration recently announced an intent to ban anti-satellite or ASAT tests. As someone, who's flown in space and had to maneuver around these debris clouds, particularly the one in 2007 created by the Chinese, I've witnessed the devastating effects that this irresponsible testing can have, ASAT testing, and what it can do to low Earth orbit and our ability to operate there. And, I do believe we need to lead, from the front on this issue, and I applaud the administration's steps here. However, it's clear that our adversaries do not share this goal, and this policy should not impede our military readiness, much like the Nuclear Test Ban Treaty did not impede our ability to field a nuclear triad. And it's imperative that we continue to develop our nation's space capabilities. So how will the U.S. Space Force continue to develop the capabilities needed to maintain a competitive advantage in space in a responsible manner, despite the administration's call for an end to ASAT testing?
I couldn't agree more with you in your words. And I look forward in the closed hearing to going into a lot more details. We do not need to test capabilities in a destructive way, and I think to do so is irresponsible and not a behavior that we appreciate. So there's plenty of opportunities for us, and I really look forward to talking to you more about that in the classified hearing.
All right. Thank you, General. And Mr. Chairman, I yield back the remaining minute.
Thank